I don't know what this chapter was. I'm gonna be honest with you. I know Gege is rushing. 5 chapters left. Well, now 3 chapters left. Trying to get a lot of things in and whatnot, but this chapter right here, what happened with 268? Looking right now, is that was not what I wanted when it came to finishing off Sukuna. Like, this was the big bad, the best sorcerer ever, the strongest of the strongest, if you will. And to end it like that, with a black flash, I don't know. I think I wanted something cooler. Like, the entire series, like from the get-go, we were... There was a fly here. Had knocked that guy out. First try, actually. I'm pretty impressed for myself. Reflexes. But from literally the beginning of the series, we hear Gojo talk about how, like, Yuji's imbued with Sukuna's curse techniques and whatnot. Like, he has powers. We see it happen with Yuji using this mantle, not his version of it. So you would think, full circle, Yuji will, like, use one of Sukuna's techniques to finish the job. Maybe, like, Fugo's arrow, something like, or a new version of this mantle. Like, some cool way to finish Sukuna, but instead of, like, just a basic black flash, does a job with his domain expansion, knocks him out of Megami, and then Sukuna just dies in Yuji's hands. It's just... That's not how I wanted it to end. That felt very anticlimactic. That didn't feel fulfilling enough for me when it came to Sukuna and how he met his end, It's just... It didn't do it for me. Like, I wanted more. Like, Gege kind of went back with the message of the whole story, like how Yuji and him are both had the burden of curse of themselves, and like Yuji kind of found his own path with that, trying to break the cycle, but Sukuna just wanted to like stay in his own cycle, say, I'm a curse through and through, I'm going to die as a curse. Or he's like, hey, live with me, let's kind of break the cycle of being curses or bearing other people's curses. I kind of like that. He kind of just told us bare bones, like, hey, this is like what the narrative I was trying to push. That was cool. We finally get to see Yuji's little arc right there, but I don't know, man. Like, how we ended Sukuna, that should have been done in a cooler way. Like, the Black Flash, like, we've seen Black Flash so many times this arc. I feel like, it's like, especially like usually hit him with like 20 Black Flash or whatever. That was dope. We like that. But like, they all connect, they all their damage. I feel like, for sure, like, there should have been like a new move or something that usually finished him off with. I don't know. Like, that was this is like my little rant about it, like how Sukuna came to an end. That was just, and then at the same time, we didn't get to even see the full Akari versus Urahime fight. Urahime? I think I'm saying their name right. We didn't see their full fight, but even Urahime, I hope I'm saying that name right. Whatever. They say you guys were just, lucky because, like, if it was 1,000 years before, y'all would have lost. Because, like, oh, I guess I'm just lucky, man. That's his thing, whatever. He's a betting guy. So even then, like, the narrative still is, so could have been stronger, but man was just nerfed to hell, and they won just because they were just somewhat lucky and born at the right time period. So again, because like I talked about this last chapter, like, when it comes to villains in manga, shonen, all that stuff, for the viewer, the consumer, we want to see the big bad go all out. We want to see them to their full potential. We don't want to see them, like, half force nerfed. Like, that's not what we want with our villains. We want our villains to be full powered at their full potential, all that stuff. Like in Naruto, for example, we had Naruto. I'm gonna use Madara for this example. We had Madara. Madara was reanimated in a reanimated body. We all know how, like, when it comes to reanimation, like, they're not at the full potential, like, they're like practically nerfed. So Madara got his full body back. He got a fresh body, full force, but he lost his eyes, whatever. But he then got, the 10 tail, so he got his body back plus the 10 tail. So we see like this fully incarnated Madara back to life, 10 tails, overpowered and strong. We see the main characters fight him. That's what we want to see. That's pretty dope. That's cool. It would have sucked if we know Madara was, somewhat strong, still in like that reanimated form, like, the Paper X, whatever. Like that half body, half strength form. Like, that would be cool. That would not be as cool for the main characters to fight like a half strong version of the final villain. Well, he wasn't the final villain, but you get my point. Like, we want the villain to be at their full strength near the end to see the main characters beat this, I don't want my villain to be like half strength and then us struggling to beat the half strength villain. Like, yeah, it's cool to see like, oh yeah, he's this strong and it's hard for us to fight the main villain at half potential. But like, satisfaction wise, that's not it, because like now we know like, dang, if the main villain would have been at full potential, we would have been cooked. That's not very satisfying to see. We want to see our heroes overcome the bad guy at their best, because right now we're at our best too. We're going all out. We'll eventually go all out, unless there's going to be like another arc of us going against the villain when they actually go all out against us. But that's not going to happen though, because Sukuna's dead. He just died right then and there. Just, I don't like it. I didn't like it at all. But you know, we then get the conclusion. Like now we're waiting to save Yuta at this point. Like getting it on them. Like, okay, we gotta save Yuta now. Something's wrong with Yuta. Okay, whatever. I guess thought Yuta was just dead because he was in Gojo's body. Kenjaku's technique ran out, and he's not with Rukia anymore. Or Rika. Is that her name? It's Rika. I think it's Rika. Point is, like, he's not in his body anymore, so some shenanigans are going on with that. The one plus of the chapter was the note Gojo left Megumi saying he killed his dad. That made me chuckle. I thought that was funny. But overall, bro, this chapter was just not what I wanted when it came to finish off Sukuna. I wanted a bit more. But we got 3 chapters left. There's a week break after this, so maybe it's going to be like a long... I'm not going to say 20 pages, but like, I want a longer chapter. I need something, a Sukuna flashback, something to make me feel satisfied, because I didn't get the Hikari fight. Sukuna kind of went out lame with that, just a black flash, and boom, he was dead. Just, I wanted more from the chapter, and like, maybe that's my fault for expecting so much, because again, Gege said 5 chapters and he's done, so there's going to be some rushing, but the rushing to this extent where like this character Sukuna, who's been built up, we got like however long of one of this man just taking dubs and just in on a black flash, a small puddle of cells. That just wasn't it for me, man. I can't even lie to you, that just was not it. So yeah, all around just a not satisfying chapter. I said that a lot of times, but I'm hearing to the point, like I'm just not happy at the moment with this chapter. Just not at all what I wanted it to be. But yeah, that's it for JJK and my thoughts on it. I wanted more. I didn't get what I wanted. What could he have done? I'm actually trying to think, like, what could he have done to make this better? I think for sure, let us see, like, just the exchange between Hikari and Urahime, like, just their fight, how that went. That would be interesting to see, like, at least just more exchange of that, because we really just got, like, one fisticuffs exchange, them talking, cut, back to Sukuna. And I feel like a chapter just them fighting and, like, their strategies to it. That would have been cool to see at least a chapter of that. I would prefer. I already said at the beginning how I think Yuji should have used, like, a cool move, his interpretation of Sukuna's moves. That would have been cool to see. Like his version of Fugo's arrow or something. I don't know. It's looking bad for JJK's ending, to be honest. I don't know how Gege's going to bounce back from this. But yeah, that's my thoughts on the chapter 268. Yeah, I'm done. I'll talk to you guys later.